Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. There has been an arrest made in the case of a missing woman from Columbia County. 39-year-old Vincent Lloyd Harp of Bloomsburg was arrested over the weekend and is facing charges of criminal homicide and tampering with evidence in connection with the death of his wife, Caitlin Harp. Caitlin Harp was first reported missing on June 19th and last seen in the Bloomsburg area. This prompted a widespread search and investigation by the True Bend Major Case Team in coordination with the Columbia County District Attorney's Office. The search ended when her body was discovered on the property of Montour Township, once owned by Vincent Harp. Vincent Harp was taken into custody on Sunday. He was arraigned and denied bail. He is currently being held at the Columbia County Correctional Facility. Authorities say the investigation remains active and are urging anyone with further information to come forward. The trial for a Freeland man accused of shooting and killing a teen and injuring 4 others at a party in Hazleton has been pushed back to October 17th. The delay comes as prosecutors allege ongoing attempts to interfere with witnesses in the case. 23-year-old Frangel Garcia Andujar had been scheduled to go to trial in June on charges that he allegedly shot and killed 17-year-old Stanley B. Jimson Jr. and wounded 4 others at a party on South Wyoming Street back in March of 2022. But the case has taken several turns in recent months. Prosecutors say Garcia Andujar and another homicide suspect, Raymer Gonzalez, conspired from inside Luzerne County Correctional Facility to intimidate a key witness. Investigators allege Gonzalez contacted one of the victims from jail, making remarks suggesting the witness should help them. Garcia Andujar's defense team has accused a Hazleton detective of improper communication with another witness, claiming there were various undocumented conversations meant to sway testimony. Garcia Andujar remains behind bars and is charged with criminal homicide, aggravated assault, and criminal conspiracy to commit murder and aggravated assault. A teenager drowned at the Seven Tubs Recreation Area in Plains Township on Sunday night. Witnesses claim the 17-year-old boy jumped in the swimming hole and never resurfaced. Fire crews rescued the teen, and he was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley in Wilkes-Barre, where he died early Monday morning. The boy's name was not released, and the death has been ruled an accidental drowning. Coming up on WYLN News, crowds braved the rainy weekend weather to enjoy the Rock in the Mountain Summer Concert Series. Plus, car lovers gathered to raise money for Luzerne County parks. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
The trusted pediatric care you've come to know and love from Lehigh Valley Health Network is now being offered in a brand new, more convenient location. Now located at 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton, our team of pediatric experts is ready to provide the comprehensive care your child deserves in a space that's built just for them. For hours or to schedule an appointment, visit lvhn.org/HazletonPeds. That's Hazleton PEDS, or call 888-402-LVHN today.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Despite some rain, the crowd still came out to City View Park in Hazleton Friday night as Key of G Live, a high-energy tribute to Garth Brooks, kicked off the 2025 Rockin' the Mountain Summer Concert Series. This marks the third year for the concert series, bringing free live concerts to the greater Hazleton area. The event is organized by the Hazleton Parks and Recreation in partnership with Visit Luzerne County as a companion to the long-running Rockin' the River series held every summer in Wilkes-Barre. All concerts are held at City View Park and are free and open to the public. Gates open at 5 p.m. with music running until 9 p.m. Attendees are encouraged to bring chairs and blankets. A variety of food and drink vendors will also be on site. The concert series continues to gain traction in Hazleton, drawing families and music fans of all ages. Organizers hope the series continues to grow each year, with its mission of uniting the area through the power of live music. The series will continue throughout the summer. For more information and a complete schedule, visit www.hazletonparks.com. Sawyerville Parks and Recreation teamed up with NEPA Cars and Coffee for their third annual car show on Sunday. The event featured 120 new custom and classic cars from around the area, a food truck, and the NEPA Cars and Coffee mascot, Archie. Awards were given out for the best cars in multiple categories. Over $1,300 in donations were raised to help pay for Luzerne County park upgrades. The Freeland Municipal Authority has issued a boil water advisory for parts of the Freeland area. Residents on the 100 block of Adams Street, at 545 and 598 Hazel Street, and at Satario USA on Hazel Street are under the advisory due to a failed water main valve. Water for drinking, making ice, washing dishes, brushing teeth, and food preparation should be boiled for 1 minute and then allowed to cool. Residents are also encouraged to use bottled water. The municipal authority says it will lift the advisory as soon as proper testing can be completed and water should be boiled until further notice. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Emilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Montoursville Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
On this week's show, Mary Haldeman's going to tell her story. A lot of painful arthritis, not better from other doctors, but gentle chiropractic care makes her feel much better. So tune in the show and hear Mary's story.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to Carril-Gamo's County Report. I'm joined as always with Luzerne County Manager Ramilda Carril-Gamo. Ramilda, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Very warm week we have right here. So.
Warm week, you know, rain, of course, for the weekend, but we'll take the sunny days when we can get them.
Yeah, but always got to appreciate when we have the sunshine.
That's right. That's right.
I know today you wanted to share with us something about one of your colleagues who recently received an award. Very exciting for them.
Right. One of our staff members, she received an award in Harrisburg. I went with her on Tuesday. It is the event was hosted by the Pennsylvania Environmental Council, and the awards were through the Department of Environmental Protection and the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. Beth Donardi, she works for the county, and it was her efforts that we reconstituted a building that we had, and it is the greenest building in Luzerne County. It really is. I'm very proud of that building. It also has a state-of-the-art media center, and she was recognized by the state for her efforts, and she does a great job, and it was a wonderful evening, and very proud of her and the building.
Very nice. And is that an award that they give out every year to different recipients?
Yes, it's awards that are given out every year. So on the way back, we talked about plans of what we're going to do to get another award next year.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully keep our fingers crossed that someone else can also be a recipient next year as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. We want to repeat.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And it definitely is for a good recognition there, just trying to find ways to be more aware of like how we affect the environment, and
absolutely
finding ways to make things just better for everyone.
Absolutely.
In the environment here in Luzerne County, but just I think in the totality of Pennsylvania,
absolutely.
just to be a greener state.
Absolutely.
And is there anything else you want to share with us this week, Ramilda?
No, just I hope everybody is doing well and enjoying the nice weather, and make sure you keep your eyes open so that our kids are safe riding their bikes and playing outside.
Absolutely. Well, as always, I want to thank Ramilda for joining us here on Carril-Gamo's County Report. We'll see you next time.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
In the early colonial era, the Native American village of Otsawatonkan stood at the confluence of the Susquehanna River's West Branch and Loyalsock Creek, along the Great Schmoken Path Trail that had been used for natives by eons. Moravian missionaries heading into the Susquehanna Valley frequently stopped there for rests, perhaps most notably Count Nicolaus Zinzendorf, who arrived in 1742. The longtime leader of Otsawatonkan would be the Algonquin chiefess Madame Montour. Originally from Quebec, she had been abducted by the Iroquois and assimilated into the Iroquois tribe. She had come to central Pennsylvania in 1727 when her husband Carondewana was appointed by the Shawnee as a representative to the provincial council. Madame Montour was fluent in both French and English, although she strongly supported the British in colonial matters, and chose to be hospitable to European settlers entering the Susquehanna Valley, despite the atrocities the settlers sometimes committed on the natives that lived there. She had 3 children, the most prominent of whom would be her youngest son Andrew, who was an interpreter for colonial emissary Conrad Weiser, and who served in the French and Indian War for the British, most notably with George Washington at Fort Necessity. Madame Montour eventually moved west with Andrew to Juniata County and later further west to the Pittsburgh area, to what would be named Montour's Island, where she died in 1753. Her name, however, would eventually be bestowed on the community that would rise up on Otsawatonkan's site. And rise this town would, notably thanks to John Burroughs. Born in Rahway, New Jersey, Burroughs as a child worked in the postal service with his father, carrying mail between New York City and Philadelphia. This experience would serve him well upon the outbreak of the Revolution. Burroughs joined the Continental Army as a courier and saw extensive service during the duration of the Revolution, an experience that saw him participate in both the crossing of the Delaware before the Battle of Trenton and the harsh winter at Valley Forge. Burroughs became much trusted by Washington during his service, so much so that when Burroughs' house was shot out from under him during the Battle of Monmouth, Washington personally found a new horse for him. After the war, Burroughs moved to Muncie, where he became successful enough that he was a distiller and was able to purchase 570 acres of land around the delta of Loyalsock Creek. Burroughs started selling the land to settlers, and soon a town started rising on the site. Initially, the settlers created their enclaves by their ethnicity. German immigrants settled in the east side of the community, which became known as Coffee Town, and the English immigrants set down roots on the west side, which became Tea Town. John Burroughs remained a prominent figure in the area, building the first grist mill in what became Montoursville, and was elected Lycoming County Commissioner in 1802 and to the Pennsylvania Senate in 1808. He died in 1837. And the town he purchased continued to grow. For a time, it even had a celebrity in its midst in former Governor John Schultz, who had retired to the Montoursville area following his time in Harrisburg. Originally born in Tulpehocken Township, Schultz served as governor of Pennsylvania from 1823 to 1829. Deciding not to seek a third term, he came to the Montoursville area hoping to farm in his retirement. But while he built a brick house on his property and donated land for construction of the Union Church, the former governor proved to not be a very good farmer, and his land was soon seized to pay off debts incurred from a failed lawsuit. Schultz would be hit with several more lawsuits afterwards, and eventually moved to Lancaster in 1846. He passed away there in 1852. Today, the house in which the former governor once lived in Montoursville is the Governor Schultz House Bed and Breakfast. By 1835, the West Branch Canal had been completed from Northumberland to Farrensville along Susquehanna's West Branch. Montoursville, where Lock 27 in the canal stood, would be among the communities that would reap the benefits of the new waterway. Goods would flow up and down the canal, opening Montoursville to the wider world until its closure around 1900. The waterways would also be a boon for one of Montoursville's notable early businesses, lumbering. The woods along Loyalsock Creek were teeming with trees that were perfect for many industrial uses, and lumberjacks felled many of them, then lashed them together into rafts and floated them downstream to sawmills, which included the Emery, Fisher, and Ripton mills in the Montoursville area. Often, however, these log rafts would crash along the creek, with frequently fatal results. And a legend, perhaps definitively told by prominent early Pennsylvania historian Henry Shoemaker, grew up around the Axons, the siren of the Loyalsock. In life, the legend went, she had been a young Mingo girl, Sweet Cecily Powderhorn, who lived with her family along Loyalsock Creek. She was in love with another native youth, Wild William Winters, who worked on a nearby farm. Every evening, Sweet Cecily went to the river and sang for her beloved when he rode past after work, and her singing was also greatly appreciated by the raftsmen who passed by. On one fateful night, Wild William was late in arriving, but Sweet Cecily decided to go to the riverbank and sing for him anyway. This time, however, her singing attracted a different raftsman, one with malice in his heart. He tried to force himself upon her, and when she resisted, he choked the life out of her. Wild William arrived on the scene at this time and chased the offender off, but he was too late to save Sweet Cecily, who died in his arms. Wild William carried the body of his beloved back to her father's house, and Mr. Powderhorn promptly went to Williamsport to demand justice, but the sheriff, with prejudicing it against Native Americans in his heart, refused to help. Soon after, it was told, Sweet Cecily's spirit decided to enact supernatural justice, as her now ghostly singing could be heard along the Loyalsock's riverbanks. Any passerby who listened to it would be pulled into the rocks to crash and drown. Eventually, as would be the case all over America, railroads superseded the canals, offering the convenience of year-round travel that the canals could not. In Montoursville, the Catawissa Railroad would be the first to reach town. Its tracks would later be leased to the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad, which had a station on the east side of Loyalsock Creek. For close to 100 years, until its merger into Conrail, the Reading gave Montoursville residents access to the wider world.
Make sure
You're watching WYLN TV 35.